Good evening, ACTIVZ family. This is John McGarry. I'm super excited to welcome you to the November Founders Broadcast. I'm joined here by the founders of ACTIVZ, the president, Mr. Ryan Thompson, our CEO, Mr. David Brown. They've got some great announcements, some great information to share with you on this beautiful November evening. And with that said, I'll turn this call over to you, Mr. David Brown.
Thanks, John. It's great to be here with you. Hi, Ryan. How's everything going out in Sacramento tonight?
Great. Beautiful fall weather. Excited to finally have cool weather, David.
Well, it's amazing to think it's already November, that we just turned our clocks back, that we're falling back. I always like that extra hour of sleep that we get. But it also makes me think about all the things that have transpired during this year. It's been amazing. And we've had some great things happen in the month of October since we last got on this founders call. What are some of the things that you've been up to this past month?
Well, this month has been a very exciting month. Watching the colors change, the leaves change is always fun for the family and for the kids, and to be able to hear and to see how that change occurs really across the country and in other countries. I spent some time the last week down in Bakersfield, California, with a new burgeoning group of leaders that have joined the ACTIVZ family. It was fun to see the cool weather down there in an area that's historically very, very hot. It was actually quite pleasant. But October was a very exciting month. We saw a lot of achievement, a lot of people really pushing for new ranks and to reach short-term goals, and some people even striding to get some of those long-term goals. So October was it was an important month, I think, for everybody. In that it was not the last month to qualify for Punta Cana, but the second to last month. So we saw some great things occur. Record numbers kicking off the month, David, if you recall, record enrollments, which is really exciting.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was able to do a little traveling myself. I was able to join John down in Louisiana and Homa, which has been an interesting and fun area for all of us in the past. And we were able to meet with friends from the past, as well as people that are just joining us for the first time. And that was exciting. Then from there, I drove through a torrential deluge of rain that we don't see out west from New Orleans to Pensacola. And I was able to get together with Karen Toth, and her group out there had a great group in Pensacola, and it was very inspiring to me. I never fail to learn a lot more from people than they learn from me, and so it was great to be part of that group. And it is fun to see these new groups arising, whether it be in Bakersfield or in Las Vegas, in Louisiana, Florida. We have some groups popping up all over the place that are helping us in our plans to grow and expand ACTIVZ the way we want to. As you look forward to 2020, what are you excited about?
Well, I'll tell you what, we often say that hindsight's 2020. We can all look back and say what it coulda, shoulda when we look back at our lives and what we could have done. And it's a bit of a challenge to have that perfect vision towards the future. It really takes some discipline, some planning, but I'm excited about our 2020 vision here at ACTIVZ. David, obviously you and I talk all the time about this and about what's coming down the pipeline and what we're looking forward to in this new year. And in fact, it's really a new decade. And that's a little scary to think about what's going to be happening in all of our lives here in this next 10 years. It's exciting when I think about where my kids are going to be in 10 years, where I'm going to be in 10 years. And it really puts a kind of a new perspective on my outlook. And so I've been doing a lot of goal setting. I've been looking at what we're doing at ACTIVZ and really viewing ACTIVZ as a vehicle, right, to reach my own personal goals. I hope everybody involved in ACTIVZ is doing the same thing, really taking time to plan, not just this next year, not just your next day, week, or month, but the next year, but also the next decade. Do your very best. I can tell you it's not easy. I'm sure you would agree with me, David, but it's really worthwhile to really visualize where you want to be, where we want to be. So I'm excited about things that maybe aren't that big. I'm excited about being in Peru tomorrow. I get to fly there for the first time ever in the history of ACTIVZ. I'll be in the beautiful country of Peru. I was there last in 2006, and I fell in love with the country and the people. And Peru, David, you and I spent a lot of time talking about that. It is just, there are some people that are so happy to be involved with ACTIVZ. They love our products. We receive, I think we've received, maybe thousands, definitely hundreds of testimonials from people that are using our products already in Peru. And they've been waiting for us for 2 years now to be able to launch there. Some people have been waiting 2 years. So for me, it really is a huge honor in the short term to just jump on a plane tomorrow and fly down there for the balance of this week. I think I'll be creating some unforgettable ACTIVZ memories. I know I will for me, and it will be really an important time in the history of our company. I look forward to next week and the following week. I'll be going back to some really important cities in Mexico. It's going to be somewhat of a countdown tour, talking about what we've done in this year of 2019, but really it's forward looking, right? It's trying to gain that 2020 vision towards the future. You know, we just launched the ACTIVZ car program, which people are very excited about. I'm excited to start seeing people walking into dealerships and taking their videos in with them, their cameras in with them, and sharing with us those experiences of really being able to attain some of these symbols of a better lifestyle, right? That really is what the car program is all about. As well as ACTIVZ Academy, I'm excited about that. We just launched that, as you know. And for any of the people who are watching this for the first time, if you don't know about it, we're really investing in your education. We believe that education is key. It's critical to success. And I don't mean just about learning about the intricacies and the underpinnings of the science, right? And how the product works, but really about how to manage and operate your own personal business. A lot of our independent distribution franchise owners or distributors have never owned a business. So we're going to be investing in them starting in 2020. We'll be flying people out who've qualified, right? 3 out of 4 months as an A8, somebody who has 20,000 in monthly volume, but we're going to invest in them, take them to a location, all expenses paid, right? Room and board for a period of time, for a couple of days, and invest in some heavy, deep diving training to help them go from there all the way to the top. So I'm really excited about that. My experience training schools and training programs like that have made all the difference in helping people succeed in direct selling and frankly, in just running their own business. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about coming home, flying home from Peru next week, David. And I'll keep going if you'd like, but I think that's probably sufficient. I'll ask you what you're looking forward to this next year.
You've been a road warrior, that's for sure. You said you fell in love with the beautiful country of Peru years ago. Me too. My father used to fly there on business, and then of course I fell in love with it through the Disney movie Emperor's New Groove. That's really the extent of my experience in Peru. But I am excited about it, and it reminds me of another Disney movie, because you never know who we're going to meet and what kind of influence we're going to have. The world is really an increasingly small place. And to think that anyone who's part of ACTIVZ has a connection with, say, Dr. Joseph Maroon, who's on our strategic advisory board, and everything that he does in regards to working with the Pittsburgh Steelers and professional athletes, they have a connection to that. To the flip side, to somebody who is just starting out their business in Peru or southern Mexico or in Japan, they have a connection. And who would have thought that simply by joining ACTIVZ and this group of people, that now their influence is being felt, and in turn, they're feeling the influence of people around the world. And nowhere was that more closely brought to our attention than a recent video that was sent to us. The movie I mentioned that I also wanted to refer to tonight is Coco, the Disney movie that is set in Mexico. And we have a tie to that movie, and everyone associated with ACTIVZ does, because the grandma, referred to as Mama Coco, is actually based on a real live ACTIVZ distributor. And if you Google Mama Coco, you'll be referred to a YouTube video that was produced by a television station in China, a government television station called New China TV. They sent a crew all the way to southern Mexico to find out who is the real person behind Mama Coco. And so they did an extensive story. I invite everybody to go there. And you'll see this woman that I will just refer to as Mama Coco, who's in part of Susana Gutierrez's group, and has joined us. So John, if you want to tee up that video, that short piece of that for everyone, I think they'd be excited to see that.
Hopefully you guys can see this okay.
Mira. ¿Qué te parece, Susi?
That was Mama Coco.
And what she was doing there is part of a longer video in which she talks about her medicine being genomics. She's 105 years old. She's part of a long-standing family business that makes pottery. And it's really interesting. I want to learn more about Mama Coco. But it's exciting to me as we look forward to 2020, the vision that you talked about. And we often get asked about what our vision is for ACTIVZ. And fundamentally, it is both lofty and simple at the same time. It's to affect everyone that we meet, everyone that we care about, everyone that we love, and ask ourselves, who can benefit from what we have? Who can benefit from who can benefit from better health? Who can benefit from a business and a financial opportunity? Who can benefit by simply being part of a group of people who want to accomplish good in the world? And if you ask the question that way, it's virtually anyone. And in fact, if someone can't benefit from from a health standpoint, from a financial standpoint, or just by doing well in the world, we probably don't really want them to join the organization anyway. But almost everybody fits into one of those categories. And during my time here at ACTIVZ, I've had the opportunity to meet, very successful people in business, world famous scientists, coaches, athletes, famous celebrities, all of that. But I can tell you what, Ryan, I think that Mama Coco might be the most inspirational figure that I've met so far. I don't know that I'll make it to 105. I often think that health span is much more important than lifespan, but you want to make every day count. And that's really what the vision of ACTIVZ is all about, helping us make every single day count. And I recently had someone in Mexico reach out to me on Facebook. Now, most of you know that I'm not really very active in social media. In fact, I was just chastised last night by my daughter for posting some Halloween pictures of her family before she had a chance to. I said, well, listen, you got to warn me first before I do that. It didn't mean to steal your thunder. But when I did that, someone in Mexico, or actually someone in Peru, reached out to me and said, David, do you have any advice for me on how I can be successful in this business? And, the advice that I would give is operate with proper vision. Use the success guide. Use your upline. Do what people who are being successful do. It's really not that complicated, Ryan. And I learned a lot of that from you and John over the years, is that success leaves clues. And if we follow those who are successful, chances are we're going to have success as well. So that's part of our vision, our 2020 vision going forward, to see clearly what we want to do and how we want to accomplish it. And going back to the whole theme of falling back in November from going back from daylight savings time to standard time, I think I would challenge everyone out there today to fall back occasionally and remind themselves what got them excited about ACTIVZ in the first place. Was it the science? Was it the difference in their health? Was it the opportunity? And sometimes we have to remind ourselves and get ourselves excited again, because as the days go by and life happens, we sometimes can lose that vision. And we have to make sure that we've got our glasses cleaned and our visions clear and see what we really want to and stay focused on that goal in the future. And so I'm looking forward to that in 2020. And I think that we have wonderful opportunities ahead of us. Speaking of that, we have an opportunity video that is now ready for release. And Ryan, why don't you talk to us a little bit about what people can expect in that opportunity video?
Absolutely. It's exciting that you shared that short video that Susana Gutierrez sent us by way of Laura Dena, and so we'd like to thank them for sending that. That was really exciting. I will also mention that some of the scientists on our advisory board and the formulators of that product were really excited to see that Mama Coco is actually involved with ACTIVZ. That was a fun weekend conversation that I had with some of them. I will talk just quickly about what you're referring to. David, today is momentous for us because here we are. We launched about 6 months ago in the United States, and I'm really, really excited right now to be able to announce that we have our first ever opportunity video for ACTIVZ. So this is going to be a great tool for all of you to be able to share who we are, what our vision is, what our mission is, what some of our core values are, who some of the scientific advisory board members are, and other members of our advisory board. are all in the opportunity DVD, not DVD, but video. And so rather than sharing our screen and sharing that right now, what we're going to do is at the close of this Founders Call, we're going to post it. So you'll have a link to this video, and then you'll have a link to that opportunity video so that you can watch it, and you can also quickly share it with people. We'll also be going into the app. So the app, the ACTIVZ app, you can share that with people. It's in English and in Spanish. And I believe it's going to be subtitled in Japanese, correct, David?
Yes.
If not already. So make sure you use it as a tool. Again, it's been a long time coming, but it is a great, there's some great sound bites from some of our advisory board members. We've talked about this in the past. We have probably the strongest advisory board than compared with any company that any of us has been with. And I'm talking about doctors and scientists and other people who have done very well for themselves in business. When you look at their credentials, you really realize, wow, ACTIVZ has an incredible advisory board. Well, they're all on this video. So I encourage you to watch it and most importantly, use it, okay? We design tools so that you don't have to be the message. You can simply be the messenger. Use our products, gain a personal experience with them and share your experience with others. But when it comes to talking about the company, how to do the business, it's important that you let the tools do the talking, right? That way, a majority of people can actually do this. They don't have to memorize long words or names or titles or what dynamic compression is to be successful. Simply share the information and share the tools. So that's why we developed the opportunity video, and I can't wait to get some feedback, and I can't wait for you all to watch it and to let us know how you like it. You know, David, before I pass the time back to you, I did want to remind everybody that here we are, the 4th of November today, and we are excited because we announced this morning just verbally, but you're going to be getting a written announcement about this, and we might as well put it in the Founders Call right now. But we have done something special with Black Friday. So we're not going to have something on Black Friday for you or on the Thursday before Black Friday. We're one-upping all the retail companies out there. We're actually starting Black Friday today. So fasten your seatbelts, hold on to your weight, because here we go. I'm going to explain it to you. Black Friday is we have bundled each of the products in a kit, and we're going to give you a 40% discount on them. So in other words, a kit that would normally cost $250 is you're going to get $250 in value for $150. And that's going to come with 150 volume, right? Or PV. So make sure you take advantage of that. I know that not all of you are using all of the ACTIVZ products. You really should be a product of the product. We have some of the best scientific technologies out there. I don't know of any product that is as strong and as powerful as Link or Optiman in doing what they do. And the stories that I see with coming out of from Imora use are incredible. The historical, traditional use of rice water, for example, in Japan, with these elderly men who work the rice and the water, having these youthful-looking hands. I mean, these historical anecdotes are just powerful. And then when we see the testimonials and the videos that you all send, we just are excited. So use all the products. We're doing this promotion so that those of you who are not using them all or who haven't yet shared them with everybody can finally do so. Again, $250 value for $150 with 150 commissionable volume, right? So that's it, and that's going to run from today through the end of the month. Also, for those of you who are still running to qualify for Punta Cana, right, in Dominican Republic, the qualifications are very simple. They're exactly what they were last month, all right? So in other words, if you're an A1 through an A4, simply qualify and rank advance to an A6. If you're an A5, 6, or 7, rank advance to an A8. And if you've already hit A8, just rank advance one additional rank above your highest earned rank, and that's it. But the information is already out there. It's the same as October. If you didn't qualify in October, really dig in, make November count. We're running this product kit promotion, this Black Friday promotion, also to help all of you qualify for Punta Cana, those who haven't yet qualified. It's a great opportunity to use all of our products. So anyways, I could talk all day, David, obviously about this, but I want people to stop watching this video, and start watching the opportunity videos. So that said, we'll see all of you very soon. Make sure you send your guests and your friends to see me in Peru next week. And Francisco Varela, our new GM of Latin America, will be with me. The information is on activzcalendar.com. Next week, I will be in Mexico in a couple cities. And the following week, I'll be back in Mexico doing the 2020 tour, talking about what's coming for the year 2020, talking about our 2020 vision towards the future. So maybe your next door neighbor doesn't speak Spanish or isn't from Mexico, but I bet your neighbor knows someone who is from Mexico, who lives in the area where I'm going to be. That's what success in this business is all about. Networking and simply inviting people to check out the information. So David, with that, I'll turn the time back to you.
Well, that's great. I think that's a great segue. As we talk about the opportunity video, there's no chance for an opportunity video if there's not a great opportunity. And as we talk about promotions and incentives, you know, people might say, well, is that just a way for the company to make more money? Well, certainly we look for ways to make more money, but we don't succeed unless all of you succeed. That's where we really are locking our arms together. It's not, you know, we call all of you independent distributors, but frankly, we are codependent upon each other in a very positive sense. You succeed with us and we succeed with you. And so as we put together these promotions or incentive trip qualifications, you know, we do so in a way that is really designed not just for the short-term benefit of whatever that is for this month, whether that be getting a discount of 40% or qualifying for a trip. It truly goes deeper, like you mentioned, Ryan, so that people can have an opportunity to try all of the products, to develop a personal testimonial, a personal experience on all of those products, and to build their business in a way that lasts way beyond a monthly promotion or a trip to an exotic location like Punta Cana, but really has long-lasting, deep roots that will provide value for them and their families for literally generations to come. And that's what all of this is about. And so as we look forward to our vision, we can't look forward without also thinking about what do we want to leave as a legacy. And the legacy that we can leave most powerfully are the things that we can do to touch other people's lives in a powerful fashion. And by introducing them to the product, to the opportunity, we have an opportunity at that point to really change people for, like I said, for generations. I think everyone who has joined ACTIVZ and has had a powerful experience through the products or the opportunity can absolutely remember who and when they were introduced, who introduced them and when they were introduced to ACTIVZ. You can't say that about too many things. You can't remember who introduced you to the restaurant down the street or who told you to go and buy something at a store on Black Friday, okay? But what you can remember is who touched your life in this way, and then you enter into that family's lore, their legacy becomes your legacy, and we're intertwined with people the world over, whether that be Mama Coco, Admiral Matt Winter, Joe McCord, or whoever it is, or simply Susie down the street in Omaha who says, thank you so much for introducing Amora or Link or Optimend or any one of our products into their lives. That is the vision. That's what we have a chance to be part of. And altogether, we really are making a big difference. So it's exciting to be in November. It's hard to believe it's going by so fast, but all that does is make it closer to us meeting that person and making that change in their lives one day sooner. So thanks everybody for getting on tonight. Check out the video that Ryan talked about. John, thank you for setting this up, and look forward to seeing you all soon.
Thanks, David.
Bye-bye now.
Thanks, John. Have a good night, everybody.